Good day everyone. In this video, we are going to see about load test on three-phase alternator. I am Surya, 4th semester from Triple Department TCE. What? Before going to the experiment, let us brush up some basics of alternators. So what is an alternator? An alternator is a synchronous AC machine which converts input mechanical energy into electrical power. So the input is mechanical power which is given through the prime mover. Output is electrical power. AC machines are broadly classified into synchronous machines and asynchronous machines. Based on their input and output, they are classified as generators and motors. Synchronous generator or is also known as alternator. Asynchronous motor is also known as induction motor. Alternator and induction motor are the most widely used AC machines. The major components of an AC machines are stator, which is stationary part, and rotor, rotating part. Unlike in DC machines, in AC machines, armature forms the stator and field system forms the rotor. Field windings of all DC machines are separately excited with DC voltage to produce a constant magnetic flux. How alternator works? The field system is excited with a constant flux. When the mechanical input is applied through the prime mover, the field system starts rotating. So a rotating constant flux is set up in the air gap of armature. When this magnetic flux is cut by the armature conductors, which are lying in the inner periphery of the armature, sinusoidal EMF is induced. By Faraday's law of electromagnetic induction, V is proportional to d phi by dt. The aim of this experiment is to conduct load test on three-phase alternator and to obtain its performance characteristics graph in a virtual environment. This is the link for the virtual environment. Let me open it. Under list of experiments, select load test on three-phase alternator. Let us go to the simulation part. Drag experiment number 7 into workspace. So this is the circuit diagram of this experiment. Here this three-phase alternator. This is the field excitation system with 220 volt DC supply. This is the field rheostat, which is initially at maximum resistance position. This is the three-phase resistive load. All switches are open. This is the prime mover of the alternator. Since in laboratories we cannot have turbines, we are using DC shunt motor as prime mover. This is the starter for this DC shunt motor, and this is the supply for this motor. We can measure the speed of the alternator with the help of this tachometer. The ratings of the alternator and prime mover are given here. Okay, before starting the experiment, there are some precautions which we have to follow. All the DPST switches must be open initially. No load should be connected to the alternator. Here all the switches are open, so no load is connected, and the field rheostat should be at maximum resistance position. Now let us start the experiment. Firstly, the alternator wants mechanical input, so let us give supply to the DC shunt motor by closing the DPST switch. By increasing the, we can increase the speed of the alternator by increasing the speed of the DC shunt motor with the help of this starter until the alternator reaches its rated speed, which is 1500 RPM. Takes a lot of time. Now the alternator is running at its rated speed. Now to get the field current versus output voltage of alternator graph, let us close the DPST switch of the field system. Now field current is 0 because the rheostat is at maximum resistance position. Even though the field current is 0, there are some voltages here. This is due to the residual magnetism present in the field system. Now let us take down the field current 0 readings. Now let us gradually decrease the resistance and increase the field current until the alternator reaches its rated voltage. Let us start storing data. Now we have increased the field current such a way that the alternator reaches its rated voltage. Now let us see the stored data. Now we can generate our first graph, field current versus output voltage of alternator. Generate graph. So with the increase in field current, the output voltage of alternator is also increasing. This is due to Faraday's law of electromagnetic induction. As the field current increases, flux increases. Even though this is a constant flux, since the constant flux is rotating with the help of the rotor, the rate of change of flux increases and the output voltage of alternator increases. Now let us go to the next part of the experiment. Let us clear the data. Now we want to generate graph for output power versus efficiency and output power versus voltage regulation. To do so, already the alternator is running at its rated speed and it is giving its rated output voltage. Now let us take down the no load readings. Now let us gradually increase the load of the alternator by closing the switches. Let us store the data. As we can see, the alternator output current is increasing while the alternator output voltage is decreasing. This is due to the voltage regulation of the alternator. Now we have connected all the loads. Let us see our stored data. Now let us generate graph for output versus efficiency. So this is the graph of output versus efficiency. It is very similar to DC machines. Now let us see the graph for output versus voltage regulation. Generate graph. So we can see as the load increases, the voltage regulation is also increasing. This is due to in no load the voltage is no load voltage. While we increase the rate loads, the no load voltage becomes lesser than no load voltage. If we can see here, the no load voltage is 417 volt in the beginning. Now it is decreased to 311 volts. So this is called voltage regulation. So now we have conducted the experiments. Take this screenshot of this graph and attach in the document. Now the experiment is completed. So let us decrease the field current by increasing the rheostat resistance, field rheostat resistance, and keep it in maximum resistance position, and disconnect the supply to the field and prime mover of the alternator. Thank you.